I just had an epiphany. What's in common with all the speakers that spoke today? What's in common? Need some answers. Innovation? Okay, good. Awesome. 2 legs, except for the octopuses. Learning. Passion.
Awesome names.
Everyone that spoke today, they're in love. They're either in love with an idea, or with people, or whatever. They're in love, they are passionate about something. And it's that something that makes them work 10 to 12 hours a day for that idea. And I'm here to talk to you about my love. I love ideas and starting companies. Warren Buffett says it best. If you love something, you will be successful at it, because you will put in the 10 to 12 hours a day to make that happen. Unfortunately for me, I love so many things. I get in trouble for it. So, I'll give you a little history about myself. Went to UF, 18-year-old music performance major. And what did I want to love at that time? I loved music, and I wanted to be famous, and I loved girls. So what did I do? I joined a rock band. Dropped out of school, toured for 3 years, recorded 3 albums. That's how it felt for 3 years. Yeah. But back to reality, it doesn't always work out. So, back to square one. What other things do I love? Well, I love mathematics, and I love engineering. So I went back to school, picked up a computer engineering degree, then picked up an electrical engineering degree. And before going to grad school, try to get a PhD, I was like, I'd throw my resume out there and see what happens. Had 4 job offers, Western Digital, General Dynamics, Wilcoxon. But the 4th company was different. I walked into this room. It's an incredible room. And there was 2 engineers there and electrical equipment to the ceiling. Wires everywhere. And at first, I thought this was some kind of crazy joke. You're kidding me. The week before, I was in Phoenix in a lab with billion-dollar satellites hanging from the ceiling ready to be shot into space. But after a half an hour, it sunk in. It's like, wait, this is how Apple got started. This is how Google got started. This is how people fall in love. So the company I joined first was Peoria. And it was the most fun 3 years of my life. We were like starving artists. We didn't know where our next paycheck would come. We didn't know anything. We were cast into this crazy soup of a world with just our passion and Mountain Dew. I saw this company, from just 3 engineers and a business guy to all of a sudden 2 rounds of funding and multiple $1 million of investment. And I learned everything I knew about entrepreneurship from this company. But me, I have a cheating heart. I also love other things. I also love music. And around this time, I bought a cello. But I didn't have really the time to play it. And I was completely obsessed with tone quality of the instrument. One of the key reasons old instruments like Stradivarius sound so good is the fact that they've been played on for 200 or 300 years. Well, I don't have 200 or 300 years. So in my spare time, I would fiddle on with electronics, and I tried designing a device that would accelerate this play-in process. And that led me to this company. Tonite produces a device called the Tonite, and by stimulating the instrument much the same way you would by playing, it seasons the instruments. So what normally would take 30 or 40 years to do, we can do in a week. And this product is now sold worldwide in 34 countries, factory in China, distribution center in St. Louis. Completely viable product. You know, okay, I still have a cheating heart. I would do this 9 to 5, come home, but man, I really miss my programming days. I still wanted to like write code and do mathematics. So I'd come home and I'd program from 6 to 2 a.m. and did that for a year. And I was doing a subject that's quite unique. It's called vision processing, in particular image stabilization and target tracking. And lo and behold, next thing you know, I was giving lectures to the Air Force, and they would take me out to Eglin. I would be in a room full of PhDs and explaining the algorithms I developed. And you can see some of my research. The goal of this is to keep your eye on the car. And that is very difficult to do from a programming and computer standpoint. And it's also stabilizing image at the same time. And that sort of filled my need, my love for the moment. But I still, love music. So in the mornings, I would play in my trio. Playing Mozart and Beethoven in the morning, working at Tonite in the day, and then writing code at night. I was in love. And something really interesting happened to me about a year ago. My pianist, Afshin Tafigian, he is a game designer. And about a year and a half ago, him and a bunch of other game designers left their studio. And they were looking for something else to do, something new. And I started talking to them and started having good dialogue with them. And I was like, you know what? You guys should start your own company. And that is how we created this. So this is our latest game. It's currently out on iOS.
Land of living legend.
It debuted #1 on the marketplace for Android. And we are pre-installed in every Google tablet coming out this year. On top of that, we have our Xbox PS3 launch in 2 months. And we're going to be a debut title for the PSP2, or NGP as they call it. And this is real love right here. I have never experienced a company that loves their ideas and loves their work. For the year that it took to make this game, it was the best engineering lovemaking I've ever experienced. But on top of this, I still love some of the research I did in vision processing. So I had a crazy idea. Everybody heard of the Xbox Connect? Well, you know what? You can do 80% of that with just a webcam. You don't need some crazy chip that has LiDAR sensors on it or anything like that. If you use the right algorithms, you can do something like this. All this is a webcam, and the computer is taking the images from the webcam and trying to figure out where you are in 3D space. And this is a product that I call Vision Play. And we actually sold our first license of this technology, and it's going into a Facebook game. So, yeah, it's cool. So here's my proposition. What do you love? What do you want to love? That's the key to life. If you love this, just making bottles, do it. Don't settle for a job that you don't love. I mean, it's funny because going to engineering here, You know, mostly you hear about, oh, I want to join Lockheed, I want to join Raytheon, some big Fortune 500 company. But you never really think about, oh, maybe I should start my own company. But you know what? That is changing. That is changing. We're in a really unique time, especially here in Gainesville. And the last 3 years, we've seen such incredible renaissance of startups and ideas, and also funding to help people with startups. So here's my proposition. Find what you love and do it. And I guarantee you, if you truly love what you do, you'll be successful. Thanks.